and a new identity as new teams now call cities across America home. The Carolina Blaze are powered by reigning Rookie of the Year and hometown hero Anna Gold, alongside newcomer, back-to-back NCAA champion Reese Atwood. And making their debut, the expansion Portland Cascade arrived with 2025 champion TV Tori Vidalis. A new chapter, new teams, new stars. Opening day is here. Let's do it, everybody, from the campus of Duke University here in Durham, North Carolina. Women's professional softball, the AUSL, now in year number 2. We're doing it in style. We've got the expansion Portland Cascade taking on the Carolina Blaze on a Tuesday evening. So glad you found us, everybody. This is going to be fun. With my partner, Kenzie Fowler. I am Eric Collins. Last year, a wild success, year 1 of AUSL, and this year, so much has changed, so much more excitement.
Back and better than ever. 2 new teams, the expansion teams. We're going to see one of those teams here today. And how about home markets? There is a great crowd behind us, and we're going to see the Blaze take the field for the first time on their home turf. So exciting.
Last year, the champion was the Talons. They're based out in Salt Lake City. They're the Utah Talons this year. The expansion team we're going to talk about a lot tonight, the Portland Cascade, with some familiar faces.
Yeah, how about a champion on their team? So Tori Vidalis is one of the vets in this league. She was on the Talons a season ago with the expansion team of the Cascade. She moves over, and this is a very young team, and so you lean to a veteran like Tori to lead this young lineup. She has done it, been there, can do so many things offensively, but it's also just her leadership in the dugout. Because you think about the young, powerful bats that are entering this league and entering this team. This is, you talk about the home run records that Megan Grant set, Big 12 Player of the Year Sydney Stewart, and Kenley Cahalan, an All-American. So a lot of young bats, they'll be surrounded by the leadership of Vidalis.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup card of Taraya Flowers. She is the head coach for the Portland Cascade, and she will start with a champion from a year ago, Sierra Sacco Ferry. She was part of that Talons team. She'll be followed by Corby Otis. There's Corby. TV Tori Vidalis is in the 3 spot. She's at her customary first base. Sydney Stewart behind the plate. Kennedy Powell. And you got Torres, Bates, Falby rounding out the 9. This is a Portland team, as you mentioned, very young. But the top third of the order, experienced players, maybe they can get something positive going here in the first inning. That 9 will bat against one of the most tenured players in all of professional softball worldwide. Alicia Ocasio has been part of Athletes Unlimited since 2020, since its birth. And now still going strong in her 2nd year in this format, the AUSL. First pitch of 2026 AUSL action is a swinging strike 1.
Yeah, I love that Blaze gives Alicia Ocasio the start because she is that veteran. They're on their home field for the very first time.
And 2 pitches into the game, we've got a base runner as Sacco Ferry is hit with a pitch.
Well, one thing about Ocasio is she has some of the best spin and the most movement that you'll see in this league. And so this is a curveball that she's trying to go in tight to Sacco and just runs away a little bit.
Here's Corby Otis, 2nd-year player from Florida. Last year, she was a member of the Blaze. Hit .346, couple of homers, 8 run batted in. Hits this on the ground into the hole, backhanded by Brito. Throw across the diamond, and they get the out there. Really nice play by Alyssa Brito for the first out in our ball game.
Yeah, first look at Brito in a Blaze uniform. This was a big pickup for this team in the offseason. That was a really nice play. A lot of speed down the line from Otis.
Here comes some power. TV Tori Vidalis. She has been a pro's pro since graduating from Texas A&M. She has now spent 7 years playing professionally. Last year was a champion, playing with the Talons. Loops this into center field, and it is caught. They're going to get a double play. Mackenzie Clark got a great read on it. The runner at second, Sacco Ferry, did not, and she's doubled up from second. So, scoreless. Carolina heading to the vet rack. Get into the night, they're having the first inning. Alicia Ocasio only needs 5 pitches to retire the side. And now Carolina, the Blaze, will step to the plate. This is the lineup card submitted by Kara Dill, first-year head coach with the Blaze. Aubrey Leach, tons of experience. Anna Gold, played right here at Duke. Jenna Laird, Devin Netz is the first baseman. Alyssa Brito, Kayla Kowalik, Spade, Clark, and Ocasio is actually going to hit for herself. It's not a surprise. She's one of the best all-around softball players in the game today. At 9, we'll bat against Kelly Maxwell. Maxwell, not only a dominant college career, finishing off at Oklahoma, but also a couple of professional seasons over in Japan.
This was the #1 overall pick in the allocation draft for the Cascade. One of the best arms coming from the left side.
Aubrey Leach tries to lay down a bunt, and it's foul.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to see her compete in the AUSL. Seen her pitch with Team USA in her time since, of course, national champion at Oklahoma. Taking a look at what she did her senior season.
2024 Women's College World Series Most Outstanding Player. Aubrey Leach is going to wait her out. Aubrey Leach has just got a ton of experience. One of the smartest players in the AUSL, if not the smartest. Not going over my skis on that one. She is such a joy to watch because of how she thinks and plays the game. Loud first out. TV Tori Vidalis catches the line drive.
Stepping to the plate for the
I'm almost smoked.
#4.
A little off speed here out in front, and you can see where Vidalis was playing a couple of steps in front of first base because Aubrey Leach has the ability to drop a drag bunt, but she also has the ability to hit for power like that.
I've watched Tori Vidalis play for a number of years. She's wearing a new glove this year, and that glove probably just got broken in with that one line drive by the bat of Aubrey Leach.
How do you know it's new?
That's a new glove.
How do you
Tori
know?
did not use that glove last year. I've watched her for 7 consecutive years. That's a new glove. Here's Anna Gold. That is a foul ball. This was the place where Anna Gold made a name for herself in the softball world. She was a All-American, just a stud for 4 years, playing for Marissa Young here at Duke.
I want to know what's going through her mind right now, taking an at-bat. She's been in this box so many times.
Last year, the Rookie of the Year in the AUSL. Gold hit .373 with a ton of power, had 5 homers. Defensively, she was airtight at third, saw her at shortstop. She came in ready to play. It's going to be interesting to see how she can follow up. She doesn't have that college lead-in like she had last year. Obviously wasn't able to play year-round. Now that she's a pro and done with her college eligibility.
When you win Rookie of the Year, you're going to get a lot of eyeballs. It's one thing to be a collegiate player, and yes, you're an All-American, played the Women's College World Series, you're used to those bright lights, but there's really not a lot of expectations being that rookie coming right out of college, right? But now there's expectations because everyone knows that you led all rookies in batting average. You were one of the best in the infield to get it done at shortstop or third base, and so everyone is circling on a Gold, and especially you have a little bit of pressure playing at home.
Here's Jenna Laird. Left fielder, played at Missouri. Wonderful all-around player. Lefty-lefty matchup. On the ground, backhanded by Vidalis. They get the out at second. There are now 2 outs. Vidalis looking good at first base so far in our first inning.
Stepping into the batter's box for Carolina, first baseman number 34.
It's the new glove. Or it's the fact that she's one of the best defensive first basemen our game has ever seen. When you think about the right side of Tori Vidalis, and to her right is Sis Bates at second base. I'm going to talk about solid veteran defense. That is a wall over there on the right side. So if I'm Kelly Maxwell, I know that. I'm very comfortable pitching some right-handed hitters away, lefties inside, because that right side of the infield will take care of it.
Here's second-year pro Devin Netz, played at Arizona. She is one of these valuable players that every team wants to have because she can hit. She's hitting in the number 4 spot in the lineup. She's got power. Defensively, she can play all over, and she pitches. So a lot of different things she provides on a 16-person roster.
Now Blaze has a couple of two-way stars with Alicia Ocasio and Devin Netz, who both were some of the best two-way stars that our game has ever seen. Devin Netz, Big 12 Player of the Year. Absolutely swinging in the box, and then we'll see her a lot in the circle for sure.
With Kenzie Fowler, I'm Eric Collins, and folks, we're not alone. We've got Savannah Collins here as well. We keep talking about this glove of Tori Vidalis. Knowing Savannah Collins the way that I do and how in tune she is, we will get to the bottom of whether or not that's a new glove for Vidalis. We'll have the answer by the end of the ball game. Netz strikes out. Real good first inning of work for Kelly Maxwell. Zeros put up for both sides. To the second we go in Durham, North Carolina. The second inning, time now to check in with Savannah Collins.
Hey, you guys, happy opening day. We're getting to know these two teams in real time. And it's interesting for Cascade to be an expansion franchise in their first season. Man, they sure don't feel like it. I've quickly learned about this squad that you hear them before you see them. During preseason camp, they always had a boombox and music going. You know, they had cheers that you're definitely going to hear in the dugout today. And it's definitely been an intentional choice by this team. And it started with their general manager, Jamie Lowprice. She started monthly calls with the team back in December when they came together during the draft. And then when they arrived at Vero Beach at Jackie Robinson Training Complex, they decided we are always eating dinner together every night that we are here, despite being with every team in the league. They had this mentality of our team first, and you can feel it in this dugout and on the field today, despite their first game together.
Excellent stuff, Savannah. Thank you so much. We had a great conversation just this morning with Jamie Lowprice, who is one of the most impressive people I've met in professional sports. Talking about putting this team together, they believe in everything. Analytics, numbers, eye test, culture. They're trying to put everything together in a cohesive way to get a great product here in year one out of Portland.
I think it's such a fun storyline because you're watching the AUSL take off in year one, and you have the two new teams. The Cascade is one of them. And you're tasked to be the general manager. It's a lot of pressure. You saw what happened last year. It's like, okay, I got to catch up. And how are we going to draft? What do we want our team to look like? And started in the circle. She was kind of frank with us about we wanted to make sure that we had some horses to go in the circle. And then I knew that we were going to be young offensively. But she knew that they had an opportunity to get Tori Vidalis and Sis Bates. And if you know those two players, they are all about culture. And you know, they've been in the pro league for a long time. So she said we've kind of taken the personality of Sis Bates and that veteranship of Tori Vidalis and it's sprinkled throughout our dugout. But we have been very intentional with going to those family dinners, which I love that.
Sydney Stewart strikes out. Had a nice at bat. Saw a whole bunch of pitches from Ocasio, but she's out number 1 here in the second inning.
It's a better start here for Ocasio. This is the spin. This is almost the exact same pitch that she threw to Sierra Sacco. The difference is that Sydney Stewart is a righty. Sierra Sacco, Ferry was a lefty, and so that pitch just runs away from Sydney Stewart.
Here's Kennedy Powell. Powell, the third baseman out of Texas A&M, spent 4 years in College Station. After 1 year as a freshman at UCLA, he is a native Texan from Conroe. This is a young part of the order for the Cascade. Just saw the rookie Stewart. Now you got Powell, followed up by Kenley Cahalan. So the experience, top of the order, inexperience in the middle. Bottom, you got a little bit of everything because you can see Sis Bates and Kendra Falby, who's got a little bit of pro time.
Also think about when the Cascade add Megan Grant, their top rookie draftee, that golden ticket, of course, single season home run record, not in the lineup today. And so when she is in the lineup, it's not an if, it's when she will be in the lineup. You're looking at potentially 4 rookies in a lineup.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Totally different inning for Ocasio, who needed only 5 pitches to get 3 outs in the first. Called strike 3. Powell frozen by Ocasio. 2 down.
Well, this is what makes Ocasio so tough, is she just changes the eye level. So you saw a couple of pitches up and away from Kennedy Powell. She's fouling them off, and so you see an opening low and in, and she just sticks that curveball so perfectly.
Here's the rookie Kenley Cahalan. Swings at the first pitch to the shortstop. Brito showing off a massive arm, and the out is recorded. So, a couple of strikeouts and a ground ball out. Ocasio doing her thing. Still scoreless in Durham. Between the Portland Cascade and the Carolina Blaze. Let's check in with Savannah Collins for an update.
Okay, Eric, you've got a great eye because you're exactly right. Tori Vidalis' glove is new this season. Here's the best part. So she custom designed it with Marucci, and if you followed Tori on Instagram, you know she's so good at makeup. The glove is inspired by a good bronze smoky eye look. And she asked me to ask the camera crew, I don't know what kind of Zoom we got going on today. She said, have you noticed my eye makeup today? It's Cascade colors, in case anybody needed to know. So that's Tori Vidalis for you right there.
TV Tori, thank you, Savannah. All right, off to a good start. We're talking about the glove of Vidalis in the first inning because she made 2 nice defensive plays.
Yes, it's got a little bit of that gold trim. She's got some bling on, little bracelet to kind of match.
Here's Alyssa Brito. Brito's already impressed defensively. Now getting a chance to bat against Kelly Maxwell. This is Sooner on Sooner. Both played for Patty Gasso out in Norman as college players. Two balls and a strike. Last year there were 4 teams in the AUSL, and for the most part the AUSL was all over the country trying to find different spots that really fit the eye and the vision of what the AUSL was trying to do going forward. Everyone is super impressed with the support in North Carolina. We've got a team now here in Durham, North Carolina, Smith Family Stadium. Popped up, right side, foul territory, and no one can get there in time.
Yeah, there were fans lining up before you and I got here to our booth, and there's been a great crowd. I love to see a full berm. That's just, you know, that's opening day stuff. Some blankets and seeing some young ones running around. There's some young ones in uniform.
Good at bat by Brito, showing a little spunk. Draws a walk, and she's aboard leading off our second inning. And look at this. Probably the only time all season long we'll see Kayla Kowalik hitting in the 6th hole. This is one of the best hitters in the AUSL. Proved it last year. Just a phenomenal campaign. But she's been out of the college game for a while, and so she's just trying to get her legs underneath her, hitting in the 6th hole. Off the glove of Vidalis into right field. Brito will stop at second. That's probably if he scored a base hit. That ball was scorched by Kowalik.
You just talked about how Kayla Kowalik has not been with the Blaze because she has been coaching for Texas Tech. So she has not been able to get to training camp, has had other duties, and trying to get her hacks in, as well as coach her team in the Women's College World Series and the national championship game. And what does she do? Come up first pitch, and she is on time, just absolutely hammering that ball.
Here's Carly Spade. Spade's got just a ton of power, had great success as a college player at Miami of Ohio and Oxford, Ohio. Native of Chicago, to Lane Tech, north side of the city. Chicago loves softball. One of the teams in the 6-team AUSL based in Chicago, the Chicago Bandits. Maxwell's 1-1. On the ground. The outs at third. And, oh, they're going to call that a dead ball. Did the ball hit off a Spade?
Yeah.
All right, ball hits the batter in the batter's box, and it's immediately a dead ball.
Pitch in tight, and yep, got her jammed up.
Maxwell would love a strikeout. Good block by Stewart.
Sydney Stewart, the rookie behind the plate from Arizona, calling the game with Kelly Maxwell. You can see the communication happening in live time. Just trying to get on the same page.
3 balls and 2 strikes. So Maxwell in a bit of a spot here. She walks Brito, gives up the single to Kowalik, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Carly Spade. Popped up. Right field calling for it. Otis makes the play. Brito bluffs towards third.
New batter for the Blaze, the center fielder, number 86, Mackenzie Clark.
So here's Mackenzie Clark. Clark has got history here in this part of the world. College player at Clemson over in South Carolina. She's played in this field as a college player. Of course, Clemson and Duke, both in the ACC.
That's a big hat, first pitch. Trying to stay away. You could kind of feel that Clark is looking in on the inner half, just of where she's standing. And you can take a lot after you see a big swing like that as a pitcher.
Off speed and it misses outside. Good take by Clark. Opportunity for the Carolina Blaze. Two and two. Do it again. Clark's been around. Last year she was traded mid-season. Had an interesting year for her, experiencing a whole bunch as a young player. Now trying to make a home here in Durham. Three and two. So Maxwell starting to labor here in the second inning.
Yeah, I've kind of been expecting a rise ball the last couple of pitches. 2-2 count. You have a free swinger at the plate, but everything has been low. Only one pitch has been on the inner half.
Mariah Maison grabs the ball just in case. Had her off balance. Clark stays alive. That's one of the things, if you're not familiar with the AUSL, there is just so much talent, and you frequently don't want your pitchers going too deep because these hitters are the best in the world. So when you see activity in the bullpen early, that's by design. You have to use every weapon you have to try and get these hitters out. They're that good. Called strike 3. Maxwell strikes out Clark.
I love it. And there's such little room for error with this pitch from Maxwell. Right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. She wants it in tight. Well, she's got to be so pinpoint with her location, and she is. And you could see where Clark, she was a little frustrated because if she's going to swing at that, she's probably going to pull it foul. She was so on the plate, and it's just an uncomfortable feeling. But with 2 strikes, you have to protect.
So here's the pitcher. Alicia Ocasio will bat for herself. Line drive hitter who can run. Ocasio was part of those great teams back in the 2010s in Florida, playing for Tim Walton. Teams that won a ton a ton of games back when the Gators were at the height of their powers. Ocasio was a two-way player when she was a Gator.
Just trying to get on the same page with Maxwell, who's been out of college for a couple of years, and Sydney Stewart, who was just playing in college a couple of weeks ago. And yes, you have a week of that preseason training and you have a lot of bullpens together, but nothing beats the heat of the moment with what do you want to do with 2 outs, 2 on, and a lefty up, right? Lefty in the circle. Let's make sure that we are on the same page in terms of our game plan right here.
Way outside, 2 balls and a strike.
I anticipate almost everything being away. That way it's an easier out, maybe on the left side of the infield for Cahalan or Powell. Let that curveball run from Maxwell.
Count goes even after the foul ball. Blaze trying to capitalize on a leadoff walk followed by a single from Kayla Kowalik. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Spade flies out to right. Clark strikes out looking. Last hope, Ocasio. And we're going to go 3-2 again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 42 pitches thrown by Kelly Maxwell. Lion's share here in the second inning. Trying to make it through the lineup for the first time. Called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Maxwell to end the threat. We're still scoreless here in Durham. When we come back, we will talk to one of the most popular Duke Blue Devils of all time. Anna Gold joins us with the microphone. Friendly faces here on the campus of Duke University. She's joining us now. Anna Gold, thank you for doing this. This is fantastic for you.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. Super excited to be here, playing softball again. It's going to be a great season.
Take me through the emotions. You're warming up, you're stepping up to the plate. Like, this is home for you. What are you feeling emotionally?
Yeah, I think my emotions are so high. I'm just so, like, this is my second home, truly, and seeing so many familiar fans in the stands, it's so cool. Like, my heart is so warm and just so ecstatic.
I mean, you got Kelly at the plate right now. This is quite the homecoming for everyone, right?
Man. Yeah, it's so awesome to see my fellow Duke Blue Devils on the field playing pro. I mean, she's a great player. She deserves to be here, so super happy for her.
The microphone's the ball finder.
Yeah.
This is what she did her entire career. And just kind of funny the fact that it's against her old teammate. Of course, sisters for life, right? Duke alums. It's kind of funny how that works out.
Next batter is Sis Bates. Anna, you were so wonderful to watch last year. What did you do in the offseason to get ready for year 2?
Yeah, I think softball is really a mental game, so making sure that I'm strong in my identity, not only in softball, but outside of softball. So, you know, working on dealing with failures and adversity, learning how to bounce back, because that's really what makes or breaks you in this league.
Do you feel like you have maybe higher expectations on yourself? Now that you're a rookie of the year and everyone's talking about what you're going to do in year 2, like, do you feel the pressure a little bit?
You know, I think it's easy to feel pressure. Pressure's a privilege. I'm sure you've heard that before, but I'm so lucky to be able to be where I'm at. Two! No. Hey, so what? Let's go, we're turning it. Let's go. I'm back down.
Take us through the situation right here. You have a lefty at the plate. You have a runner at first base. Are you going to play it a little bit more in? You have to defend the bunt.
Definitely.
Where are you going to be shaded?
Can't get beat in front. Got to make the play. And, you know, 2 lefties back-to-back with speed, so you know they're probably going to try to do do something a little bit tricky, but just ready for anything.
Does Aubrey have second over there?
Yes, she
You guys
does.
are shifted over?
Yep.
Talk
Yeah,
about,
okay, me, you three.
talk about the addition of Alyssa to your left. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the best on that side, and you guys have been so good, whether it's at third base or shortstop. So what does it mean to have her, you know, on your roster now? You guys can kind of share that space.
Yeah, it's so cool. I mean, playing with some of the greatest players ever, you know, and I think we push each other to be better every single day, and that's who you want on your team. So really happy to have her.
What do you like better, third base or shortstop?
Ooh. I think there's things about both that I like. You know, third base is very reactionary. I do like short because you got a little bit more range, but I mean, I love them both. Put me anywhere and I'll be happy. Let's go, Lee. Come on, baby, let's go. Four.
That's going to get down and get all the way to the wall.
No.
Sis Bates scores from first base on the double by Falby, and Falby goes to third when the throw gets away. The first run in Portland Cascade history.
Here we go, so what? We're good. We're good.
And this is what makes Kendra Falby so tough. Everyone is expecting some short game from her, so the outfield is in real tight, and she drives it to the wall. Gets it all the way, and Mackenzie Clark tracking it down, and you could hear that Anna Gold, she was saying, let's not throw it home. Wanted that ball to be cut. It was not cut. And because the ball gets away from Kowalik, the speed of Falby absolutely will end up at third base.
Number 12, Sierra Sacco.
Anna, we'll let you,
Talk to me.
Anna, one last question for you before we let you go. Oh, look at Ocasio! Two down! Laylee's been doing that for a long time. What a wonderful defender in the circle.
Yes, Laylee, I love it.
Portland with number 3.
Let's go, come on.
Anna, before we let you go, I want to ask, who is going to be a chance to be a really good rookie? You have a great view of this because you were the rookie of the year last year. Who do you think's got a chance to be a step-out star this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone on our team for sure. We got Reese, Carlin, and Dakota, and I mean, they're just such amazing, talented players, and I think they're going to do really well in this league. So I'm excited to get them on the field as soon as we can. Yes, Lee!
Talking to.
I saw you looking at me. You're like, what the heck are you doing? Let's go, Lee. Come on, right here, babe. Let's go.
That's how you do it. Anna Gold wearing the microphone, making two wonderful plays. But Portland scores their first run in franchise history. They lead.
That was for all the marbles last year, and then sign me up for a Rachel Garcia and Maya Johnson matchup. That's what this league can give you. It gives you those matchups that we would never see or have the opportunity to see, but only could dream about. And
Humpback
so,
liner off the bat of Aubrey Leach, out number 1, quickly recorded here in the third inning.
as soon as our game is over, you know where I will be. I will be somewhere with the TV watching those two games for sure.
Kelly Maxwell beginning her third inning of work, taking on Anna Gold. Distinctive. Anna Gold does not wear batting gloves. Just doesn't do it. Rubs some dirt between her fingers. Lets it rip. Walked her first time up. You science majors out there. The AUSL, A and the U stands for Athletes Unlimited, but it also AU is gold. So technically, the AUSL could be the gold softball league, which is how she played last year. Anna Gold was the rookie of the year, putting up massive numbers as part of the all-defensive team. She is the type of player that you can build around, not only teams, but leagues. She's that good. High drive, right field. Back to the warning track, making the play is Otis. 2 down. A good start for Kelly Maxwell. She's now faced 11 batters, and 9 of the first 11 she's thrown a first pitch strike to.
And the last inning was really impressive. Had 2 runners on with only 1 out and was able to shut the door with back-to-back strikeouts looking. And this is one of those things, and you know, you feel this if you're a pitcher, and of course, I know what it feels like when you start a season. Sometimes it's really hard to find your rhythm right away. And so when I always look at the beginning of the season, typically I think it favors hitters a little bit because pitching is such a rhythm thing, and you're having to find your rhythm with a new battery mate that you haven't spent a lot of time with, and you're just trying to figure out what works well for you. And so if you can settle in as quickly as you can early in the season, it's going to just be so big for you because it's just going to go up from here. You'll find your rhythm as the season progresses.
2 balls and a strike to Jenna Laird. Laird, first time up, bounced to the first baseman, Vidalis. Smothered by Sis Bates. And the throw gets away from Vidalis, but what an effort by Bates.
And this was one heck of an effort. And she's playing way up the middle, so having to go and cover ground to her right and trying to get that throw off. If Tori's able to pick it, maybe they get her. Would have been close.
So the inning continues. They're going to score that a base hit for Laird.
I agree. Yep.
Here's Devin Netz. Swings with the first pitch, skies it to right field. It's going to be an easy play for Otis. So the side is retired, and again, Maxwell throws up a 0. 3 shutout innings for Maxwell. Portland leads 1-0.
Your score, Cascade 1, Blaze 0.
Look like Sydney Stewart and Megan Grant, 2 of the best sluggers in the Big Ten and in the Big 12. Such an infusion of young talent. These are the best coming out of the collegiate game that are getting an opportunity to extend their careers and see how far they can take it, and of course learn from the veterans like an Alicia Ocasio or a Kelly Maxwell.
Ocasio gave up a run an inning ago, facing off against Tori Vidalis here in the 4th inning. Vidalis, Sydney Stewart, Kennedy Powell scheduled to bat against Ocasio. So Portland, an expansion team. This team put together from scratch. The Blaze participated in the AUSL last year and got off to just a slow start, and that affected their entire summer. This is a team that on paper, they thought had a chance to compete a year ago. And the opening series just kind of went sideways. And that spilled over throughout the months of June and July. And the final record wasn't what they wanted it to be.
Yeah, and they were dealing with some injuries in the circle, and you know, that's obviously a position that's where our game starts, right? That's why there's a circle around it. Coach Candrea would always say that, but if you're down a couple of your best arms and your best players and your top draft picks, that's just really something that's hard to come back from, and that's what happened. So they feel so much better going into this season, feel like they've added some more depth. We've talked about the 2-way stars of Ocasio, Devin Netz.
That's a gapper for Vidalis. Sliding stop out in right field by Spade, but TV Tori's got herself a 2-bagger. Over the last 10 years, probably no one in the world has more doubles in professional softball than Tori Vidalis. She is just a gap finder.
Stepping in for the Cascade, number 24.
So Vidalis in scoring position with nobody out. Let's check in with Savannah.
Okay, I know we've been talking about Tori's equipment today, so I've got one more story. She and Sis Bates are sharing a bat right now, shared it during BP even today. After Sis had her single, the bat came into the dugout. Tori kissed it and goes, "There must be a hit in here." So she just picked hers up too.
Thank you, Savannah. That's surprising to me that Sis would have a heavy bat as Vidalis. 2 totally different style hitters.
Yeah, sometimes power hitters won't use as big a bat as you would think, maybe just because they have some bigger leverage. It's kind of like Barry Bonds, right? Barry Bonds didn't swing a really big bat. It was a smaller bat, and so just about what you need. And kind of on the flip side, sometimes slap hitters want a bigger bat because they want to use that barrel control and just throw their ball and cover the outside part of the plate. It's just very interesting how it adds up. And of course, it's Sis and Tori. Like, those are the 2 veterans that are getting this clubhouse going for the Cascade. Just kind of a fun moment there.
Now, if you had to ask me, best teammates in the league, short conversation would be Tori Vidalis and Sis Bates.
Yeah.
Just great humans.
I mean, what a reputation to have, right? If that's your reputation, if you're Sis Bates or Tori Vidalis, and that's what people think of you, is you're a good teammate before anything that is happening on the field. And they are two of the best to do it with the glove and with the stick. Which is really cool.
Kenley Cahalan batting with 2 aboard. Cahalan, rookie from Florida, bounced out to short first time up. Quality pitch there by Ocasio. Froze Cahalan. This is the Tim Walton special. 2 former Florida Gators battling. No swing. I almost thought she tipped the ball into the catcher's glove, but that apparently didn't happen. Vidalis on at second. Powell follows her at first. Powell was hit with a pitch.
Ocasio has 2 strikeouts today, and both have been on her curveball into left-handed hitters, away to right-handed hitters. Full count. See if she has the confidence to go to that pitch right here. There it is. Just missed it.
So the bases will be full for Portland. They're a big hit away from opening this game up. Vidalis at third, Powell at second, Cahalan at first, still just 1 out, and Kelly Torres coming to the plate. It's the first walk allowed by Ocasio. She has hit a pair, so her command hasn't been airtight.
Now batting.
I like the whole infield coming in there. Everyone kind of understanding what the pitch is going to be called. Where do we need to be? Do we need to be shifted to our left, maybe in front of the base paths? Do we want to stay back and try and turn 2? There's just a lot of things that everyone needs to be on the same page with.
This is one of the instances that I think is unusual in the world of softball. At this level, double plays are not uncommon. These defenders are so good. So this is a double play opportunity for Ocasio to get out of the inning quickly. Maybe hard to turn up the middle, as both Brito and Leach are far away from second. But the home to first double play is in play. Ocasio hoping to come to that. She may just get the strikeout here. That pitch was a ball. Torres couldn't risk it. Pokes it foul right side. Still waiting for that big hit. Cascade's only run came an inning ago on a double by Kendra Falvey, scoring Sis Bates from first.
It's that off-speed drop ball there at 58 miles an hour. As a hitter, you're always uncomfortable when you're facing Ocasio because she is constantly moving her spin. She's constantly changing speeds.
What a play by the shortstop Brito. Caught the humpback liner and almost tagged the runner at second.
Well, she's saying she did. She wants a challenge.
What quick thinking by Brito.
An excellent attempt by Blaze shortstop.
You see the diving play here is a tag on the end of the foot. Kennedy Powell diving back into second, and Aubrey Leach is right there with her.
Field of safe at second base is being challenged by Carolina. That play is under further review.
Ooh. Wow, that's close. So we do have challenges here at the AUSL. We're going to take a look at that. The 2 people closest to it, the shortstop Brito, obviously, and Aubrey Leach, who have a vested interest, but they both thought that the double play was turned. They thought that the tag was made before Powell made it back to second.
Well, they're making us look good because we're up here thinking double play. You get out of this inning. This could be a double play. I just love when a player comes up after a play and is like, no, challenge it. I'm here in the moment. I felt it. There's a confidence behind it. Fires me up. So definitely, you can see, definitely tags her on the foot. It's just her left arm is out of frame on that angle. This angle will be telling right there. Ooh, is that at the same time?
That's really close. The call on the field was safe. Is there indisputable video evidence to overturn? This is the best look. Look at this look. Good God. Oh,
ooh, she's out.
Oh, my goodness.
She's out.
That's the benefit of having 15 cameras, folks. We got everything covered. We can see everything here in Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah, she's going to be smiling big here in a couple of moments. And you've got to use this if you're the Blaze. You've got to take this momentum. Down one, go into the dugout, fire up your team.
Here's the result.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed. Runners out. This is Carolina's first challenge. They have one remaining.
Score one for Brito and the coaching staff of the Carolina Blaze. They end the threat with a double play. Oh, my goodness. Defense can lead to offense. Just a fantastic play a moment ago by Alyssa Brito to get a double play all by herself. Their bases were loaded for the Portland Cascade. She caught a humpback liner, dove to her left, and tagged Kennedy Powell before she could get back to second. So a 6 unassisted double play ends the inning, and wouldn't you know it, Brito, who turned the double play, will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. She's already earned her meal money defensively. Now a chance to pour it on offensively.
Yeah, that could be the play of the game. You think about the bases loaded or kind of smack dab in the middle of the game. This is where, second time through the lineup, the Blaze offensively needs to start to make some adjustments. So we'll see if it's the defensive star herself that gets her team going.
Swings the first pitch, and it's fouled right side. After Brito, we'll see Kayla Kowalik and Carly Spade unless we see changes. 16-person roster, so frequently you see substitutions mid-game. Popped into shallow center field. Coming on and making the play is Fulby. Brito retired for the first time this season.
No one covers ground like Kendra Falvey out there. That ball was kind of one of those where you're thinking maybe a shortstop is going to get that, but when you're a shortstop or a second baseman, you know that you have the defender and Kendra Falvey behind you. You can play a little bit more in tight because she can cover it. She can come up and get that catch. She is so fast out there.
Here's Kayla Kowalik. Kowalik started her season with a line drive base hit back in the 2nd inning. There was some wonder. We were talking to the coaching staff and the general manager for Carolina, Dana Sorensen, earlier today about what they could possibly expect to get out of Kowalik, who'd been an assistant coach up until, what, 2 days ago at Texas Tech. Didn't have a lot of opportunity to get swings in or squat behind the plate.
Well, you have the opportunity because you're constantly at practice, but you don't have the opportunity to participate in the scrimmages in preseason because you're the one that's hitting ground balls to your team and you're catching some bullpens for your players as a coach. It's just mentally going from seeing the game and teaching the game and coaching the game on one side, and then, okay, season ends, I've got to hustle over and meet up with my team. And I've got to be ready to go. I've got the start on opening day.
Good hitters count. 3 balls and a strike. That's a fair ball. And Vidalis meets Kowalik. 2 down.
I think of both of the catchers for the Blaze, Kayla Kowalik and Reese Atwood. They were in the national championship game a couple of days ago in opposite dugouts, and so both late arrivals. I like that Kowalik gets the start, the veteran who has been there and done that, and we'll see Reese, I'm sure, later this week.
Here's Carly Spade, the batter. 2 outs, base is clear. Spade's got power. Kenzie, curious to get your thoughts. We've seen almost 4 complete here at Smith Family Stadium. Your thoughts on the ballpark, how it's going to play, is it a pitcher's park, a hitter's park? What's jumped out at you?
I don't know if it's the most humid in terms of climate. You know, sometimes it's hard to get a ball out of a ball field when there's a lot of that humidity. Of course, it is the summer. It's just kind of how it goes, so it always plays to the pitchers. But I've been so impressed with the crowd. It has been loud between innings. There's been a lot of marketing activations, and there's a lot of young ball players. We love to see that. But it is very short down the lines, 190.
As a pitcher, you were fantastic during your career at Arizona. Do you pitch differently knowing that it's short down the lines? Is there a way that you can to avoid that becoming a factor?
Yes, you just have to be pinpoint with your location when you're going inside to righties, inside to lefties. You have to look at where they're standing in the box, because if you miss, it's going to be that pull power. And in this league, we know there are some hitters that have serious pull power. So we might have an illegal pitch or time violation.
Maxwell seems a bit confused. She says, we'll play on. That's okay. So Spade is on at first. There are 2 outs. And it'll give Mackenzie Clark an opportunity. Clark struck out back in the 2nd inning. First time through the order, Maxwell struck out 3. She has not struck out any second time through the order. That's something that we'll see consistently all summer long. When these quality hitters get a chance to see a pitcher for the 2nd time, striking them out is close to impossible.
Very rarely do we see complete games in this league just because of how good the offenses are. And so you're seeing Kelly Maxwell, 67 pitches, a little action with Kenzie Brown in the bullpen, the rookie. But here in the 4th, she is keeping the Blaze at bay. Yes, there has been traffic here and there, but has been able to come up with those clutch strikeouts and some weak contact when she needs it. And I'm not going to pull a pitcher when she's throwing a shutout. You just keep going.
That's a quality strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mackenzie Clark.
It's a great pitch. It's a pitcher's pitch. If Mackenzie Clark makes contact with it, you're thinking some weak contact on the right side. Now it sets up, if she wants to go in tight, she struck out Mackenzie Clark in her last at-bat on that curveball in tight.
Count goes full. Now becomes advantage hitter. Runner from first, Spade, will be running with the pitch because there's 2 outs. And now a gapper by Clark most assuredly would score Spade. And is that a time violation?
Yeah, another one.
That's a quick timer.
The ruling on the field is a timing violation by the pitcher resulting in ball 4.
That's quick, and that's tough, tough for Maxwell. So she has runners on at first and at second. Maybe the one thing she's smiling about is she's now going to work against a left-hander. You can see the pitch clock. And she tries to call time at the last moment, and it wasn't granted. So runners on at first and at second without the benefit of a base hit. The pitcher, Ocasio, who right now is on the losing end of this 1-0 score, she's got a chance to make a difference. She struck out looking with runners aboard back in the 2nd inning. This is actually the identical situation, Kenzie, that Ocasio hit in back in the 2nd. Runners on at first and at second and 2 outs.
And this is where Kelly Maxwell was able to come up with those back-to-back strikeouts to get out of that jam in the 2nd.
That'll make it through. Here comes Spade being center on third. The throw! She's safe! Ocasio has tied the game at 1. Alicia Ocasio doing it both ways, still.
So same situation for Alicia Ocasio, but different result. This is just such a pretty piece of hitting. Kendra Falby with a cannon from center field, but too much speed. Carly Spade with a great slide, getting around Sydney Stewart. You see her get her hand in there, and look at the emotion. This ball game is tied up at 1, and you just love that for the veteran. We talked to the GM for the Blaze, Dana Sorensen, and she said it was something that they really wanted to make sure this season they got Alicia Ocasio in the game as a player. They know how good she is in the circle, but they think she has more in her with the bat. Could also see her in the field.
Aubrey Leach is really dangerous right here. Aubrey Leach has hit the ball right on the screws twice and has nothing to show for it. She lined out to first in the first. She lined out to second in the third. With the 2 outs, she's taken off the sunglasses, and she's going to go it. And what I tell you, some things you guess at, other things you just know. A 2-out single for Leach scores a pair. Aubrey Leach continues to amaze.
And this is the home crowd loving these runs for their team. The first run scored for the Blaze here at Smith Family Stadium. The Carolina Blaze, and the Carolina crowd is loving it. Just look at the barrel control from Aubrey Leach, and then there is that athleticism from Alicia Ocasio. That ball is shallow center, and she scores easily from second base.
If you've seen enough of Aubrey Leach, dating back to her days at Tennessee and the number of years she's played pro ball all over the world, you just know that's the type of situation she's made for. So a 3-run 4th inning for the homestanding Carolina Blaze. Here's Anna Gold. Long leash for Kelly Maxwell, who has struggled here in this 4th inning. Good pitch, 1-2.
I'm sure she's going to be thinking about the what ifs in this inning. The 2 walks, the 2 time violations. Set the stage for that Ocasio single. And they still had pitches to go in those at-bats. What if? Just needed 1 more out.
She takes a while when she gets the ball from the catcher. And by the time she's touching the slab right there, there's already 6 seconds on the pitch clock. And now she's thinking she's got to hurry. She barely gets her pitches off in time. Almost every time she gets the ball back from the catcher, she goes back to the outside of the circle. The clock doesn't wait for anyone. Gold is hit. Hit batter. The inning continues for Carolina. So 3 batters have reached here in the inning against Maxwell without putting the ball in play. 2 walks and a hit batter.
And all of them with 2 outs. So you had a clear, bases were clear. You're thinking we just need 1 more out and get out of this thing. And then the time violations happen. Now a hit by pitch. And if you're the Blaze, you now have another runner in scoring position. You are in the heart of your lineup, right? You're in the 3-4 spot with Jenna Laird and Devin Netz on deck. It is go time. We need some insurance.
There's Tariah Flowers, All-American at UCLA, played for the national team, Olympian, longtime college head coach, and she's going to make a pitching change, you'd imagine. Yep, we're going to see Mariah Masson come into the game. Masson has been around pro ball for a long time. She can throw strikes, and that's what's needed right now. Portland having a hard time getting out of this 4th inning. 5 straight Blaze batters have reached. They've got runners on at first and at second with 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, it took a while. The Carolina Blaze have broken through. Spade scores their first run. Aubrey Leach driving in a pair. It is now a 3-1 lead for the Blaze on top of the Cascade. Bottom of the fourth inning, ongoing, as 5 batters have come to the plate since 2 outs have been recorded. And now a pitching change. Ryan Mazzone comes in to replace Kelly Maxwell.
Another veteran. I like this move. Yes, there's some rookies in that bullpen for the Cascade, but this is an arm that has been in this league. Pitched at Oregon State, pitched the Beavers Women's College World Series. And the thing about Mariah Mazzone is she keeps the ball low in the zone, works a lot of balls with that drop ball, changeup combo, and can bring the velo. She can touch 70 miles an hour when she's her freshest. She's got to come in right now and throw some strikes.
Jenna Laird singled her last time up. Down in the count 0-2. Opening day. Second year, the AUSL. 6 teams play. All 6 teams will be in action tonight throughout the country. Still have 2 games to go. Looped into left field. Sacco Ferry makes the play, and the side is retired. But 3 runs score for Carolina. They lead by 2 as we head to inning number 5. It's 3-1. They lead on top of Portland opening day here in the AUSL. Let's check in with Savannah Collins.
Okay, y'all, this is the game within a game going on right now. So this is Blaze Bingo, designed by outfielder Mackenzie Clark. She fills out the quadrants herself, and we've got bingo so far today. So some of the things you'll see is PFP, marked that off, free in the middle, having an extra base hit. We've had a review too, but they got it across from the 3 up, 3 down. So we've got a pitching change. So here's one on the bingo card to look for. It's this one right here that says which. So you'll hear that called out when you've got a pitcher who throws a nasty changeup, and if they really catch a batter looking, they'll go, which? You'll hear them scream it out from the dugout because it's magical.
Great stuff. Thank you, Savannah. In the middle is Mackenzie Clark, who comes up with that bingo. If you're going to be together for 3 consecutive months or whatever, however long it is, you got to find ways to keep yourself entertained.
Well, I would argue that one of the spaces needs to be checked off, and it was top right. It was gold play, and I feel like we've seen a lot of those gold plays from Anna Gold here in this game. So I feel like maybe, I don't know, Savannah, ask them. We can check off an extra box, see if we're closer to bingo.
Hey, we got a new pitcher. Ocasio leaves, and one of the few players with more experience than Alicia Ocasio replaces her. It's Kaylani Ricketts. Ricketts has seen everything in the world of softball. She'll face off against Sis Bates. And Sis, little number, can't hit it any softer. And she's got back-to-back base hits. Great start to her season. Bates a single to left a couple innings ago, and this little number in front of the plate beats it out.
For Portland, with the center fielder, number 27, Kendra Falby.
Bottom of the lineup here, Sis Bates and Kendra Falby have done their job today, have been on base every time. Just kind of waiting for the top of that lineup to get going a little bit more. Of course, Tori Vidalis in the 3-hole had a double in her last at-bat, but it's been the bottom of the order for the Cascade, having really good at-bats.
Kenzie, what do you see out of Kaylani Ricketts that has allowed her to pitch so long after she graduated from Oklahoma 15 years ago?
Well, number one, mentality, just fearless in the circle, but in terms of physical presence, it's her movement. A lefty, so there's not a ton of left-handed pitchers in the league, and when you have one, you're excited about it as a GM or a head coach, but nobody makes the ball move like Kaylani Ricketts. So lefty on lefty, you've seen a couple of times she's cutting that drop ball. It's kind of that curved drop, cutting away from Kendra Falby, and then it's also going down in the zone, so it's moving in 2 different planes right there. It's so tough, and that's why you saw Sis Bates have that kind of swinging bunt, if you will, and right there, Kendra Falby just on top of it. That ball is falling through the zone. This is going to be a good look at this movement and then last second it's just tailing away and tailing down.
Right back to Ricketts. Her plays at second, and they get the out there. Heads up play by Ricketts to get the lead runner. First out in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that was a great play. This is pre-pitch communication. She's got to be talking to Brito behind her, who's got second. Aubrey Leach is right there in the mix. But as a pitcher, you love that feeling when you can get that lead out yourself. It's like, yes. I know the Blaze already checked off the PFP in the bingo, but I don't know if you can double it up.
PFP is pitcher fielding practice?
Practice, okay. Yes. So it's kind of funny when we say PFP because it's like it's not practice. We're doing it real live in this game, but it's just kind of one of those things in our sport where it's turned into a term, little PFP. I don't know who started it, but we would always call it out at practice. All right, pitchers, PFP. And you're like, that means we're going to be sweating for a long time in the circle here, fielding all these ground balls, getting our work in. And so you only get a couple of plays every game to get that PFP work in that you've worked so hard at practice. And so when you execute like that and you get that lead out, you're like, yes, that's why I did all that PFP this week.
Sierra Sacco Ferry is the batter. Ball at 2 strikes to Sacco Ferry. As a rookie last year with the Talons, .313 with 3 homers. Big get for Portland. Big get.
Ricketts is going in tight, knowing the power that Sacco has to the left side of the outfield. It's great opposite field power, so lefty on lefty, fearless back-to-back pitches in tight.
Beautiful pitch. Sacco Ferry clearly expecting something else. First strikeout for Ricketts. 2 down in the 5th inning.
Well, it's why you have to shift your pitches around because Sacco was thinking inside. It's what she had gotten in the at-bat, and so you feel that as a pitcher. The inside sets up the outside, and she is just completely uncomfortable.
Here's Corby Otis. Called strike 1 to Otis. Just looking at some trends in our game. We've had 6 strikeouts, Kenzie, and 4 of the 6 have been looking. And I almost feel like with hitters this good, if you're going to strike them out, you basically have to confuse them. Because it's hard to overpower someone or put enough spin that these hitters are going to swing and miss.
We talk so much about how elite these offenses are in this league, and of course they are, but in the same breath, these pitchers are the best of the best as well. There's a reason that Kaylani Ricketts is going on year 13 as a pro and is still one of the most coveted players. Like, I want Kaylani on my team. I need Kaylani on my team. We need that lefty presence. We need that veteranship in the circle.
Everyone knows how great the program has been at Oklahoma for so many years. So many great Sooners, so many national champions. The first great player at Oklahoma right there, Kaylani Ricketts. Booted by Brito. Not going to have enough time to get it to second. That ball had some spin on it, and Brito was trying to measure it and didn't quite get a great beat on it. So the inning continues. You could just tell by the way that Brito was looking at it. She knew it was going to spin.
Tori Vidalis.
Here's TV Tori Vidalis. Lined out to center field and doubled. Typical day for her. Line drives every time at the plate. Off-speed pitch, a beauty. 54 miles an hour.
I'd go back to it.
Another ball of spin to the shortstop, Brito. This time she makes it flawlessly. Side is retired, so Ricketts comes into the game, puts a 0 on the board. It's a 3-1 lead. Carolina on top of Portland. Second year of pro ball, wearing a microphone. We get a chance to listen in to what she's talking about all game long.
to put on the burners for that one. I had to put on the burners. I felt her about to jam me too, and I wish I didn't give it up too soon. You know what I mean? I felt everything.
Great stuff. Kendra Falvey wearing a microphone. She's 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored.
I don't think she has to put on the burners. I think she just always has them on. Like, she doesn't need to do extra. You were one of the fastest center fielders in the league.
I do wonder, and I don't know the answer to this. She wears number 27. To me, 27 is a pretty sacred number in the world of softball, because that was Jenny Finch's number. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I wonder if she wears 27 in honor of Finch. Always important to give a shout out to Jenny Finch. Opening day, any season you're doing. One of the most important players in this wonderful game.
My sister wore 27 when we were growing up because she wanted to be Jenny Finch. Not like Jenny Finch, but wanted to be Jenny Finch.
How many girls had the pink glove?
My sister, yep.
Wonderful, wonderful player.
And growing up in Tucson, you didn't really have a choice, right? We're 10 years old.
Deep drive center field off the bat of Devin Nutz. It's gone! A homer! First home run of the season here in the AUSL. Devin Nutz come alive. It's a 4-1 lead for Carolina.
Loving the celebration from the Blaze. We've got the fire fingers. Seen some really fun signs in this home crowd, but this is just an absolute hack from Devin Nutz. This ball is riding up right into her wheelhouse. And Devin Nutz was a rookie a season ago, Big 12 Player of the Year at Arizona. And she is in that 4-hole for a reason. We are going to see her a lot in the circle this season for the Blaze, but the Blaze make sure that we know that they have a couple of two-way stars. Alicia Ocasio already had that big RBI single, and now Devin Nutz with a solo shot. So valuable in this league to have those athletes in your lineup. Makes your lineup so flexible, but I think it also just gets them locked in mentally. We're going to see them do so much for this team in the circle, at the dish.
Didn't mean to. Brito touches it. Play made by Masson at first base. One down. Now we're starting to get a little bit late here. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. So only 6 more outs to play with when Portland is at bat. Cascade have had their opportunities, but only pushing 1 run across. That was back in the 3rd inning on the double by Falvey. Here's Kowalik, laces it into left field. Welcome back to pro ball. 2 for 3 today for Kowalik. That is just a born hitter. Now the home run hitter, Devin Nutz, standing by with Savannah.
Devin, first home run of the season. Tell me about going through the lineup that 3rd time and the difference it made for you in your pitch selection.
I think honestly just seeing the ball big and letting the ball get deep for me. I was kind of seeing it a little earlier in earlier at bats, but at that one and that at bat just getting it a little bit bigger, letting it get on me a little bit more, and that's what I saw.
And I saw you immediately passing that info on to some of your teammates. How does that help building, having contagious hitting?
I think we just call that passing the bat, and here with the Blaze, we just want to be able to pass the bat in this situation, but also knowing that the Cascade has good hitters as well, and they have good pitchers, so we want to be able to get ahead and score runs early.
Thanks, Devin. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Devin Nutz is going to have a really big year.
I want to know, was that a bingo? I want to get a screenshot of that bingo. I want to play along as we're calling our games. It's a long season, so let's join it. I want to win.
Nutz is not the only Nets playing ball this summer. She's got a brother who plays pro ball, so up to Double-A, in minor league baseball.
Also just want to touch on the fact that we were talking about Jenny Finch and Arizona Wildcat when
Devin Nutz is the home run.
And then who's calling it up here? Let's just get a little Arizona deja vu going up. Oh.
Look at that.
Downhill?
That is impressive.
What?
And Finch, when Finch was at Arizona, she was a good hitter. And when she didn't pitch, you could find her at first base. There's a lot of similarities, her and Nutz.
Yeah, very Devin Nutz-esque. Good work by our crew to get that catch. There's so much going on. We got the Nets bomb. We've got fans making top plays over here in the stands.
Carly Spade walked and scored an inning ago. Zone came on in relief of the starter Kelly Maxwell. 2 outs in the 4th inning. Called strike 3. 2 down. Again, we don't see the swinging strikeout, but you see the called strikeout. We've had a total of 7 strikeouts in the game, and 5 of the 7 strikeouts have been looking.
You know, to me, that's just a little bit about the deception that these elite pitchers have, and also just kind of trusting your stuff.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here. Grabbing a bat for the Blaze is Dakota Kennedy. Starred Arkansas, native of the capital city of California. She's from Sacramento. Had a really fun spring going to the Women's College World Series with the Razorbacks. That's a confident swing for your first pro at bat. Just so everyone's on the same page here, this is Dakota Kennedy. The third baseman for the Portland Cascade is Kennedy Powell. 2 young players with big-time futures with similar names. One's first name is the other one's last name.
Well, wait till we get Emily Kennedy back.
Oh my goodness!
From the
the confusion of it all.
For the Bandits playing in Japan right now. When she comes to the league, we got Kennedys everywhere. Like this opportunity here to get a rookie her first at bat, especially just matchup wise, probably not the best to have lefty going up against the lefty and Kelly Maxwell. So you see the righty enter in the zone. It's like, all right, let's go to our golden ticket and get her an AB.
That is a confident setup. Lashed into the waiting glove of Kenley Cahalan. That's a good professional at bat. Welcome to pro ball, Dakota Kennedy. Another run scores for the Carolina Blaze. One swing of the big bat, Devin Netz. Her first homer this season, the first homer for anyone here in the AUSL in 2026.
Well, the Carolina Blaze is looking like they're at home because they are. First game of the season. And how about the first inning? They turn a double play and then bases loaded later. Alyssa Brito, she's new to the Blaze this year, playing shortstop, plays with a lot of emotion. This went to review. She said, no, challenge this. This is a double play. I had it the whole way. And I, at the time, said this might be the play of the game. And to me, it still stands because bases were loaded. The Blaze needed some momentum. They got it. And offensively, of course, they found their runs. But it was a pitcher's duel because of those defensive plays.
Portland Cascade playing in their first game in franchise history. Starting to run out of time. They're down by 3. Top of the 6th inning. Sydney Stewart, Kennedy Powell, Kenley Cahalan scheduled to bat against Kaylani Ricketts. The portion of the roster with a bunch of young players, Stewart, Powell, and Cahalan, all rookies, all still looking for their first pro hit. A lot of experience in the circle for Carolina. It started with Ocasio, and now the second full inning for Ricketts. The first of a 3-game series. fun way to start the year for Carolina. First 2 series are going to be here at home before they go on the road. Called strike 3. That's another called strike 3.
I was waiting for you to talk about it.
My one-trick pony.
You never. You got all the tricks. And so do these pitchers. Upstairs, downstairs, little rise ball that Sydney Stewart just misreads a little bit.
Maybe a thing that these young players are dealing with is the strike zone is, I think, a fantastic strike zone, but just slightly different than what we see in college softball.
I prefer the strike zone on record. This is the way the strike zone should be called. It's the same side to side, whether the ball, clips home plate, ends up in the river, if it cuts and the umpire judges that it does clip home plate, you can see a ball that's in the river called for a strike, as it should be. But it's just a little bit more expanded vertically. And I think there's no reason that a hitter cannot hit a ball that's down the middle of the plate, but up a little bit. Yes, that is a hittable pitch. And so I love the strike zone. Sure, a little bit higher, but man, these hitters can sure handle it.
Popped up, and Brito makes the play.
Wow.
She's going to be fun to watch all season long. Not just because she's good, but she's expressive.
Yes. Plays with her heart on her sleeve and is constantly talking to her teammates. And you could see right after this catch, Alyssa Brito's like, okay, Mackenzie, where do we need to be better with our communication? Because this is, game 1. These are real live reps that they're going to build and build and build as the season goes on. And so Alyssa Brito new to the Blaze this year. And it tells you the respect that the coaching staff has for her. You're new, but we are slotting you at shortstop. You're going to be the quarterback of this defense. Get us going.
Here's Cahalan. Already down in the count 0-2. This has been a really solid performance by Ricketts. It's been a long off season for the Carolina Blaze and their general manager, Dana Sorensen. Just wondering what she could do this year to have a better season than a year ago. And I think she thought, let's get out to a good start. And maybe that's why you start the veteran Ocasio. Maybe that's why you intentionally bring Ricketts into the game. Is you get the people who have done it before at a high level, try and get you to a good start. And maybe that is the tipping point for going forward for a good year.
No doubt that they have been talking about the start that they wanted to have in year 2. And of course, Kaylani Ricketts was banged up a little bit last year. And so she's healthy now, no injuries. Had a broken forearm in her right arm, which is her glove arm that she was pitching with and trying to get around, but she is healthy right now, and she is coming into this game and absolutely slamming the door. That's 2 strikeouts in this inning, both looking the Aaron Collins special over here. He's loving these strikeouts looking, but look at this off-speed pitch, and you can see the rookie Cahalan is completely frozen all out on the front side. But that's just a veteran off-speed pitch right there, and she is loving it. You're 13, no problem.
26 AUSL. Probables coming your way on Thursday. Ooh, that'd be a fun one. There's the college numbers.
Now there's Kenzie. She's been warming up a little bit. All-American from Arizona State. And then, of course, Jayla Wright, the hometown hero, the Duke alum.
Talking to Jayla before the game, she was all kinds of excited to be back here in her native North Carolina. Not only played at Duke, but she's a Charlotte native. A little over 2 hours to our west is Charlotte. She'll have a lot of family and friends here. That's a fair ball. Ocasio is thrown out at first. Great play by the catcher. Oh, just a fantastic play by Stewart, like a cat, to get that ball and fire to first to get Ocasio.
Yeah, she had to lead sis base over at first base. If you hesitate and wait for your teammate to get over to first, this play is over because of how fast Alicia Ocasio gets down the line. Yeah, it's a little cannon and point to sis, like, I got you.
Leach to left. Aubrey Leach has been swinging early in the count all game long, and she's been hitting rockets. This time it's caught by the left fielder, Sacco Ferry.
Well, how about we don't even have time to introduce Peyton Gottschall, and she throws 2 pitches and gets 2 outs.
There's no chance, right? The Gold is swinging at the first pitch. I don't know. She kind of thinks outside the box. I could see Gold swinging at the first pitch here. For years, there's been a rule. If the first 2 batters make it out of the 2 pitches, you just have to take a pitch, maybe 2.
Oh, it's still a rule. Yeah, it didn't go away. Or else your coach will not be thrilled with you.
Gold takes outside 1-1. Last year's Rookie of the Year. Little number. Caught by the second baseman Bates. So a quick 1-2-3 inning thrown by Peyton Gottschall. Only needs 6 pitches to retire the side. Opportunity for the Portland Cascade to win their inaugural game. Expansion team. They scored the game's first run, but Carolina has come back with 4 unanswered to lead 4-1 as we play the top of the 7th.
For the Portland Cascade.
You would say, it's the bottom third of the lineup coming to the plate for Portland, but the bottom third of the lineup has been productive. The 8 and 9 hitters have 3 of the 4 hits for Portland. This is Kelly Torres leading things off. Just needing base runners, tries to bunt her way on. It's foul. Torres, Bates, Falby, the scheduled hitters against Ricketts. Oh, 2.
I'm loving watching Kayla Kowalik and Kehlani Ricketts work together, 2 veterans. Kowalik is calling the pitches, and you've seen Ricketts a couple of times kind of shake her head a little bit, and Kowalik knows exactly what she wants right after the shake, and that's always such a good sign of that veteran leadership and just being familiar, playing together last season on this team. You can just tell they're working at a really good pace. Even though there's been a couple of times like, hey, do you want this? No, how about this? Yeah, that's what I want.
Popped up behind the plate. We'll do it again. Kenzie is a college player, and the sign comes in from the dugout. Do you have the capability of moving to something you feel more comfortable in, or is that just what it's going to be?
Depending on the coach's trust of the pitcher in the circle, and typically you'll see a veteran, a junior or senior have a little bit more buy-in. But it starts with the coaching staff, like, hey, you're the one that has to throw it. If you don't feel comfortable with what we're calling and you feel in your gut that something else will work, well, let's trust that. It is such a feel sport. It's such a feel position.
Popped up. Nets makes the play. 1 down.
And right there, you could see Kehlani just continuing to talk to Kayla behind the plate. Like, that's exactly what I wanted.
Heading to the plate for the Cascade. Second baseman number 22.
The Blaze a year ago did not have a great season. They couldn't have asked for a better script to the start of 2026. 4 runs of offense and excellent pitching by the combination of Ocasio and now Ricketts. The one riddle, how to get Sis Bates out. She's 2 for 2. Third baseman Gold, 2 down.
And fans, get on your feet, make some noise. Your Carolina Blaze are run out already.
Folks, if this game does end soon, we're going to talk to Alicia Ocasio. It's going to be something you want to stick around for. She is a dynamic 2-way performer, in line to pick up the win. She scored a run as well offensively. So we'll talk to Alicia, talk about her ball game. But still 1 out remaining. Kendra Falby. Little number. Ricketts has got it. Ball game. Carolina, the Blaze win the first game of 2026.
And these fans are loving it. Home crowd, first game here at Smith Family Stadium, the Carolina Blaze. Long off season, there's no secrets about it, and so I just love the fact that it was the veterans leading the way, with Kaylani Ricketts closing the door, of course, Ocasio getting the start. It was a pitcher's duel until they really broke it open in the fourth with that 3-run fourth, and Ocasio had that RBI single, and then Aubrey Leach with the RBI single as well. But all smiles. This means so much for this Carolina team to show out the way that they just did in front of their new home crowd, a great crowd as well.
Yes, hats off to the Carolina Blaze, a 4-1 winner. Kaylani Ricketts out of the pen. She retires the last 7 batters she faced in order. 4-1 is the final score. So we're going to step aside. When we come back, we will hear from Alicia Ocasio. That's going to be on the other side of this break. Winner, winner for the Carolina Blaze. 4-1 over the Portland Cascade.